I just felt like, he just one of these little dudes, you know, using what he got.
When people, what I got from that is either hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like you don't know.
Is strictly for a check now. It's just all about getting a check. There's gonna be fake fighting. They're gonna probably fake fight 12 rounds.
Terence Crawford has criticized Gervonta Tank Davis in a live interview following new rigging allegations. Crawford, also known as Bud, stated that he doesn't like Davis and believes he hides behind his power and fame. He further suggested that Davis uses his influence to protect his status in boxing, even going as far as fixing fights and manipulating decisions to maintain his position.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, he's like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
What about 47, though?
Yes, if he get the pictures of him. Tank get the pick the opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 4.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
I just really don't like that.
Why, though?
I just don't like them. Like, I really don't like them. I don't like
not your cup of tea. That's just not.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that. I just feel like, he just one of these little dudes, using what he got. Shoot. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he knows, he in the limelight, stuff like that. In certain situations, he wouldn't.
You like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter. Yeah. I respect him as a fighter. Yeah. He definitely got skills, he got power, he got tremendous boxing. His core personality and his ways.
Terence Crawford mocked Gervonta Tank Davis, questioning his credibility as a true fighter. He stated that if Davis truly dares to be great, he should step up and fight him. Crawford's remarks challenged Davis's willingness to face tough opponents, implying that he avoids real challenges to protect his record.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes. Daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to 154.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Oh, see? Oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-count.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Renowned boxer Terence Crawford expressed his frustration on social media, stating, "They robbed that boy, and it's crazy." His reaction highlights the widespread controversy surrounding the fight's outcome and the growing belief that Lamont Roach Jr. was unfairly denied victory. Many fans and analysts share Crawford's sentiment, arguing that the judging and officiating favored Gervonta Davis despite questionable moments in the fight. The decision has fueled ongoing debates about corruption in boxing and the influence of big-name fighters. Crawford's statement reflects a broader frustration with the sport's integrity and the perception that Roach was unfairly treated. In response, Davis dismissed Crawford's criticism, calling him a hater and questioning how Crawford could make such strong statements without knowing him personally. Davis expressed frustration over what he considered baseless and unfair remarks, suggesting that people often judge him without understanding his character, further adding to the ongoing tension between the two fighters.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a everybody including Will. I mean, Will.
After the controversial outcome of the Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis fight, many fans have expressed deep disappointment. claiming that boxing no longer feels like a legitimate sport. Many believe that fights, particularly high-profile ones, involving big names like Davis, are now rigged, with outcomes appearing predetermined. Critics argue that the entire 12-round match was manipulated, and that Davis knew the result before even stepping into the ring. This belief has sparked serious backlash, with fans questioning the credibility of boxing as a whole.
This is why I just don't watch boxing. I just don't watch boxing anymore because Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis, are we being so fucking serious right now? Boxing is strictly for a check now. It's just all about getting a check. They're going to be fake fighting. They're going to probably fake fight 12 rounds so they get the max amount of money. Gervonta Davis said he was going to retire after this, so it's a good...
Okay, now it's the jig starting to talk. Let's talk about it. Is Gervonta Davis fighting Roach? Or is Roach fighting Tank for a check? Absolutely, I'll give it to him. He's not going to win this fight. Fuck it. And as much as guys seem like I hate Tank, I really don't. You would think I would agree with her on some aspects of her argument or point, statement, whatever the fuck you want to call it, sports. They're going to fake fight for 12 to maximize the payout? No. These guys don't get paid by the hour. Let's be blunt. Let's be honest. Let's get strictly to the point. Gervonta Tank Davis, there's nothing fake about his victims. I'm going to call them victims instead of opponents. I think that's more suitable. And we get it. His resume is absolutely, his resume shit. We get it. And this is the thing about Tank. Bombs are going to drop from this guy. Bombs are going to hail from his hands. Leather is going to be thrown. And there's going to be a 93% chance you're in the danger zone. And there's going to be a 100% chance if you're in that danger zone, that bitch is going to hurt. There's nothing fake about this left hand from Martin card. You happen to be one of the 93%. He felt that motherfucker, and
A significant criticism against Gervonta Davis is that he actively avoids facing top-tier opponents who could truly challenge him. Many claim that Davis cherry-picks his fights, ensuring he only competes against opponents he knows he can beat. This is evident in his reluctance to grant a rematch to Ryan Garcia and his avoidance of a potential fight with Terence Crawford. By steering clear of fighters who could expose his weaknesses, Davis is accused of manipulating his career to maintain an undefeated record rather than proving himself against elite competition.
Gervonta Tank Davis has finally established himself as the biggest duck in boxing. There's always been a debate, we throw Brian Norman in there, we throw Canelo in there, then we got Tank, we have the top 3 pound-for-pound ducks. Tank has went head and shoulders above everybody else. He's become the undisputed pound-for-pound #1 duck in boxing. Yesterday he had his press conference with Lamont Roach. He spoke about Shakur Stevenson. Take a look at it. So someone asked him about a Shakur fight. He immediately dismissed it. He said, and I quote, "For what? What has Shakur done? What has he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing. Keyshawn Davis is looking way better than him. Keyshawn hasn't even done nothing." I'm afraid of what? For us fighters to be afraid of someone, it has to be someone who's hitting us, hurting us. He doesn't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only wins basketball and football. That shit don't win in boxing. So this is a clear, obvious duck. The whole, what did you win, whatever. Shakur has won way more than Tank has won in his career. He's a 3-division unified champion, and he's actually fighting in his 3rd division where Tank is. And like I said, he's a unified champion. He's a silver medalist, so he's accomplished objectively more than Tank. Let me just get this right. You're not afraid of Shakur because he can't hurt you, can't punch, and he's only defense. But you're not going to fight him. So if Shakur can't hurt you, Shakur stands no chance. He hasn't done anything. He's some type of bum, but he's one of the biggest money fights you can take. Why not just knock him out? Just make it look easy since he's such a bum, since he hasn't done anything and he can't hurt you. Just go in there and knock him out. Same way you made this Lamont Roach fight happen so quickly. Same way you made Frank Martin, Hector Luis Garcia, all these other guys, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz happen. Make Shakur happen. He'll take it in a heartbeat. Just go in there, stop him, take your $40-50 million check and just be gone with it. But he knows that won't happen. He knows more than likely Shakur would outpoint him about 9-3, 8-4. You guys let me know. Do you think Tank is obviously he's the #1 duck in boxing. Do you think he's
Terence Crawford did not hold back his frustration over the referee's decision during the Davis versus Roach fight. He took to Twitter to call out the controversial ruling, stating, "I've never seen someone take a knee and they don't count it as a knockdown. Must have forgotten the rules for tonight." Crawford's words reflect the widespread disbelief over how boxing officials handled the fight, further fueling speculation that the match was rigged. His comment adds to the growing number of voices calling for stricter officiating and greater transparency in major boxing events. The decision to not count Davis's knee as a knockdown has sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Such a ruling is unprecedented, leading many to argue that boxing has become a joke. In boxing history, taking a knee has always been considered a knockdown, yet Davis appeared to receive special treatment. Many believe his influence and power within the sport allowed him to bypass standard rules. If this trend continues, boxing could lose credibility as a fair competition, as rules seem to change depending on the fighter in the ring.
Never in my life have I seen a boxer take a knee mid-round and the referee acts like it didn't even happen. And Tank's excuse was, oh, I got grease in my eye. It does not matter. You took a voluntary knee. That should be a 10-8 round. And again, the referee just acts like it was no big deal. And you probably had grease in your eye because Lamont Roach Jr. knocked the grease in your eye. Boxing is a beautiful sport. I love boxing. I have been watching boxing since before I could even talk. But it is the most corrupt sport in the world, and there truly is not second place that's even close. They ended up scoring this fight a draw, which was BS even without the knockdown. But with the knockdown, this should have been a clear victory for Lamont Roach Jr. Just actually embarrassing for the sport of boxing. But everybody will wake up tomorrow. Everything will go back to normal. Nobody will care until the next robbery happens. It's old. It really is. But that's boxing for you. What can you do?
Davis attempted to justify taking a knee by claiming he had grease in his eyes, which prevented him from seeing clearly. However, boxing experts quickly dismissed this excuse, stating that if Davis had such an issue, he should have alerted the referee before the round started. Instead, he chose to take a knee in the middle of the round, which goes against official boxing protocol. Experts emphasize that in a professional fight, a boxer cannot simply act on their own terms without following the established rules.
And before the action begins, the clock hasn't started, the punches aren't being exchanged, and he goes, referee, I have a problem, and takes a knee in that moment. The referee can address it. Well, the round hasn't started. What's going on with you? You know, you've had your minute. What's going on? Bit of grease has gone into my eye, referee. I can't see. Okay, hold it. Get in. Clean his eye. Boom. Sound. Everything good. You can't do that mid-round. If you do that mid-round, especially after Roach has just landed a jab, for all we know, what if one of his knuckles just went straight into the eye? It was only a deft range-finding jab, but what if the knuckle or the thumb went into Gervonta Davis's eye? Maybe it pushed that little innocuous jab, maybe it pushed the eyelashes under his eyelid so he couldn't see. He was blurred in that eye. Maybe in that second he couldn't open his eye. He panics, he takes a knee, runs to the corner, can't see out my eye. They get a towel, stroke it back. You can't do that. Sorry, this is a fight. You can't do that. You can't clean, without the referee saying, come in and clean his eye. You can't clean his eye without the referee stopping the fight. The fighter can't stop the fight. Steve Willis's initial instincts were dead right. He should have said, what are you doing? I had something in my eye. I go, oh, fuck. Got to take a point off. He hit you with a jab. You took a knee and he walked away. You weren't defending yourself. I have to take a point off. And in that moment, Steve Willis had to take. I'm sorry, mate. I don't give a fuck whose show it is. Come with me. Stay there.
Hey guys, subscribe to my channel for more updates.